The PPG top 3 deck list. There's a discrepancy. I guess you can argue the Infernoble list was up there as well, but we don't really care about Infernoble for all intents and purposes of this beauty. So earlier in the day we did a discussion on this guy's check back. Hear more about the results. These are your top deck list. So Anthony Cullen, let's give it up everybody, took down the 66-man event playing the Zodiac deck, actually. You guys see on your screen here. Why Zoo? What makes this deck the powerhouse that it is? Double A or Zeus, the Sky, Thunder, Divine Arsenal. Not in any particular reading order. So remember, as long as an Exceed monster attacked, did something this turn, looked at your opponent, attacked for 0, I don't care what. As long as an Exceed monster has performed battle this turn, you can go ahead and overlay this on top of it. Alright, so you can detach 2 materials quick effect, go boom, boom on the field. Alright, we've been talking about this card for weeks. Easy, alright? And then you just overlay a bunch of monsters, put this generic board wiping guy on the field, and laugh at your opponent. Also, you can also Exceed summon this guy on top of all of your friends. More materials for the Divine to blow up. Alright, since we're going second deck, we got the Pankratops, we got the Zoo King Alphas, and yeah, so let's dig on into our one-card engine deck, shall we? So we have 2 copies of Alpha, the Master of Beast. Remember, you can summon it, bounce back, and then resummon it again. Really glad they made it that way. Triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, because being a 1-card engine deck, we can load down with the hand traps, and we can be happy with our life. 1 copy of Pankratops. Like I said, we're going second. We want to summon as many monsters as we can to kind of capitalize and burn out our opponent. Triple copies of Effect Failure, also really good. Triple copies of Nibiru, Hand Trap, Central Baby. Alright, I know that Mr. Rock isn't that much of use in this format, because Miscellaneous Ceratosaurus exists, but there are a lot of other decks in the format. We also have triple copies of Ram Ram, 1 copy of the Ratman, triple copies of the Throwmaster, and triple copies of the Whiptail Machine. Seems very standard. Spells, 2 copies of Cosmic. Sometimes back row scares us, alright? Sometimes back row ruins our day. This allows us to not lose to that back row. Triple Tenki to search for whatever toolbox piece we need. Feather Duster, back row removal. Monster Reborn, 2 copies of Avarice. Basically, just getting a free recycle on our resource pool is insanity. Triple copies of Dizizes, because we don't really care about deck thinning all that much. Deck thinning is deck winning. 1 Barrage, because starter. Triple Imperm, and triple copies of Strike. I know a lot of people look at Strike and they're like, it's not that good. It is another potential for you to play around things, especially if you have to go into a situation where you have to go first. But the card is very good. Alright, extra deck. We have 1 Selene, 1 copy of Mr. Megaclops, 1 Hulk, 1 Access Code Machine, 2 copies of the Tiger Mortar, 1 Hammerbong, 1 Trident, 2 Chakanine, 2 copies of the Borbo, 1 copy of the Drill Driver, Vespinato, and then 2 copies of the Sky Thunder, Zeus Man himself. Side deck, triple copies of Lancia, triple Droll, triple Lightning Storm, triple Evenly, and triple copies of, you guessed it, Solemn Judgment, wrapping up your very, very well-designed control deck that basically gets the ability to adapt because Zeus now exists. Alright, putting a Zeus on the field, yeah, you can lose to a Kaiju, but the thing is, as long as you're not like in a crappy position with your opponent extra locking you out of the game, you can still attempt to play. This was just, they did very good in design for Zoo, giving us this option. So, this is Anthony Cullen's first place PPG deck list for everybody. Alright, now, next up, we have second place. Now, this hasn't changed a lot. So Brian Angoli, I apologize for names here. So Brian is playing Dragon Link. Now, I've seen 47, 53, 60 card variants of this deck. Today we have a 43 card version for you guys, and there's nothing too over the top with this. I do see that we do have the Rose Dragon engine in here so that we can kind of capitalize, climb up those ladders, and play the game. Nothing too crazy about that, alright? So, very, very standard. So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring, one copy of the Black Dragon Collapse Serpent, triple copies of the Black Metal Dragon. Being able to just search for the Darkness Metal off of this thing makes this card crazy in this deck. Good thing they made a Darkness Metal once per turn. We have one copy of Leviair for either hand ripping, monster reborning, or board wipe. Alright, like, it's crazy that this card is just able to utility and do everything. Two copies of Crow. I guess this is probably the most extremely interesting thing. You do this on like a Chalk-9 summon, you kind of leave your opponent on a deserted island, so you don't have to really deal with a Megaclops, depending on the hand that they open up. So that is a thing. We have one copy of the Buster Dragon Sword, one Phalanx, two copies of Noctivision. I've definitely seen the 2s become more of the number. 3 just felt like too much. I guess there's a situation where if you open up too many of these, it's the only real downside to it, but every other situation, this is fine. We have one copy of Brotar, triple copies of Gamma, one Red Rose Dragon, one Darkness Metal, triple copies of Rocket Tracer, triple Starleash Seyfort, one White Dragon Wyvern Buster, one White Rose Dragon, and one Psyframe Driver. We have one Boot Sector Launch, triple copies of Chaos Space, one Dragoonity Lance, one for one, triple Quick Launch, triple World Legacy Guard Dragon, and two copies of Infinite Permanence. Down here in the extra deck, we have the one Union Carrier, triple Striker Dragon. We also got the one Protector Whelp, the one Link Cross, the one Heavenly Spheres, the one Pisty, the one Elpie, the one Romulus, the one Halki Fibrax, the one Borrelsword, the one Martial Metal Marcher, the one Herald, and the one Borreload Savage Dragon. Side deck here we have triple copies of Lancia, two copies of Effect Veiler, triple copies of Jizakuru, and then here's our third Noctivision, conveniently locked away into our side in case we need it. Triple Talents, and we have triple copies of Twin Twisties, wrapping up the main deck here for Brian. I'm never going to say his name. I'm so bad at this. And then the next list we have here. Alright, heading on into the final deck list that I have for you guys for this video. We also have the Buster Blader glue deck. This is Mr. Michael Bowen's list for you guys. And as you guys see here, we got the whole Red Eyes searching package in here so that we can set up Mr. Red Eyes Dark Dragoon. And then, of course, the pieces of the glue that keep this deck going here. We have the Buster Blader engine. We have Dogmatica. We have a nice little array of options for you to fit into this bad boy. Isn't that cool? So we have triple copies of Ash Blossom and Joyous Spring. Two copies of the Buster Blade of the Destruction Swordmaster. Two Ripple copies of the Buster Whelp of the Destruction Swordsman, with one Ecclesia, one Fleur-de-Lis, two copies of Effect Veiler, and triple copies of Nibiru, with the one Red Eyes Wyvern, the one Dark Magician, and the one Red Eyes Black Dragon. Spells here, triple copies of Nadir Servant, triple copies of the Red Eyes Fusion, two copies of Red Eyes Insight, with two copies of the Destruction Sword Memories, triple copies of Ice Dragon's Prison, triple copies of Infinite Permanence, triple copies of Prologue, with two copies of There Can Only Be One, and of course triple copies of Trap Trick. Don't underestimate how good this card is. You have this, you have this, you have this, and you have this. I mean, literally anything you want. Extra deck, one Anima, one Protector, one Anaconda, one Linkuriboh, one Unicorn with one Mr. Soldier Chaos, one Hot Red, two Buster Dragon with one Titanclad, one Dark Dragoon, one copy of the Chimera Flagia, because you can tutor for this, one Inantis, and two copies of Buster Blader, the Dragon Destroyer Swordsman. And then side deck here, triple copies of Alpha, triple Lancia, triple Gamma, with a single driver, with triple copies of Cosmic Cyclone, and two copies of Solemn Judgment. Wrapping up Mr. Michael Bowen's deck list for everybody out of the PPG this week. And remember, 66 Duelist entered the PPG Dome, and one Zodiac Duelist. stepped on out victorious. As I said, if you guys want to see the discussion from earlier in the day, please backtrack on up to find that video. It's literally the last video uploaded before this one, and you guys can hear all about it. Alright guys, I'm out. You guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you guys later. Thank you, patrons, for making the ride never truly end. Without you guys' support, well, I would probably be doing Truffle Shuffle videos for a living. Guys, please check out VanCole40 for all of your Cardfight Vanguard content brought to you by MCole40. And if you are looking to pick up singles, check out MColeGames.com for your trading card game needs. Thanks for watching, everybody.